Hey all, good morning and welcome to Share Trek. This is Raj here. Do not be fooled by the positive price action in the pre-market situation. It's some people feeling that they may have overreacted to the anticipated producer price index and CPI that is due shortly. So with that said, let's get started. Welcome back, friends. The market is waiting for the September producer price index, which will be released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics today. Economists surveyed by the Dow Jones are expecting the PPI to increase by 0.2%, even though it declined 0.1% in the previous month. Therefore, pre-market action will not have much weight this morning, and it will all depend on the PPI numbers. And we'll keep our pre-market analysis quite short today. In fact, today's video is going to be a bit brief. And we'll also wait for the minutes from the Federal Reserve September meeting. That will also be released today. The central bank will continue to signal interest rate hikes in its fight to lower the inflation. And we may have another announcement for interest rate hikes. We still have bank earnings later on this week, and the general expectation is for overall earnings to grow. With that said, let's go and have a look at the pre-market action. Well, friends, here we are in our TradingView platform. I'm looking at the Nasdaq futures. It's up 0.79%, and as you can see, we have this bear channel from before, and we have been getting back in and out of this channel. So I'm going to try and reposition this line out here, and this seems to me to be the most likely bear channel because we got multiple touch points out here, and we are still staying within it to the most part. And today we have got new candle forming, and if the candle remains in this manner with this big red candle out here and a smaller green candle within the body of the red candle, then according to the Japanese candlestick pattern, that will be a bullish sign. We'll hope for the best. Right now the MACD is bearish and the momentum is below average, but picking up pre-market we are up 0.80%. I wouldn't hold much stock on this. As I mentioned earlier, it all depends on what the CPI is going to be. It's 7:15 in the morning. It's a bit early for those reports to come out. So when the reports come out, things might change drastically. US oil is up 1.24% and it's getting some support out here at 88.00. MACD is bullish and momentum is also very high. So there's a further increase possible in US oil prices. QQQ is down 1.37% as of yesterday, but this morning it's up 0.84%. And again, as you can see, we are firmly within a bear channel, and our next resistance is going to be at 268.74. Right now we are at 265.08, up 0.89% pre-market. MACD is bearish and momentum is also below average and pointed down. And if you look at S&P 500, it was down 0.63% yesterday and it's up 0.57% today. Kind of a consolidation move, and it still has a support from 358.47. Right now we are at 360.12, and we have a resistance which is going to be the 10-day simple moving average sitting at 366.59. It is this yellow line out here that you see. And if you go to Russell Index, Russell Index was up 0.03% yesterday, almost ended up flat yesterday, but today pre-market it's up 0.77, but still within the bear channel, which is bounded by this diagonal red line out here of resistance. And it's also going to get resistance from the 10-day simple moving average before that at 169.87. Right now we are at 169.01. So that's what we have in the cards. MACD is still bullish but tending towards the signal line to cross over to the bear side. Momentum is below average, and friends, as you know, when the momentum is below average, I don't call any consistent upward movement. The chances of going down is much higher. Now let's look at Dow Jones Industrial Average. It was up 0.11% yesterday, almost ending flat, and today pre-market it's up 0.44%, and we are at this point of time going to be challenging our diagonal line of resistance. This is the diagonal line of resistance. I'm going to mark it red, and we'll have to break through above that, and our next support is going to be out here at 292.70, which was earlier a resistance. So I'm going to mark that as a support right now. So in fact, Dow Jones Industrial Average is looking pretty strong. And if you look at VIX, the VIX is still battling a resistance at 33.77. Right now we are at 33.38. down minus 0.71%. As the VIX goes down, the indices have a greater chance of going up. But if you look at the MACD here, it is bullish and momentum is above average. So there's a good chance that the momentum will turn around and push the VIX up again. We'll have to wait and see what happens. The first test is going to be overcoming the resistance at 33.77. With that said, let's go on and have a look at the index movers. Microsoft is up 0.82 pre-market. Apple is up 0.83% pre-market. Amazon is up 0.90 pre-market. Google is up 0.83 pre-market. My friends, I think that it's a confusing time at this point because we don't know what the PPI is going to show. So I'd be very careful making any predictions. Wheat is up 0.23%, continuing to move upwards, being restricted by the 50-day simple moving average, which is the orange, thick orange line. We'll have to see what happens out here, but the support, which is this, which is going to be this diagonal green line out here, is becoming stronger because it's going to merge with the 10-day simple moving average, which is this thick yellow line, which is at 74.63. So with good support out there, we should assume that we are going to move into a more superior bear channel where the drop in prices will be slower than it would have been if we remained in our previous bear channel. MACD is bullish and momentum is above average and pointed up, so further increase in wheat price is quite possible. Copper is up 0.37, still consolidating, so I'm not too much worried about it. Let's go and look at Genomics, and I'm going to sort it out to get the biggest winner on the top. SQZ Biotech was the biggest winner, gaining 5.16% yesterday, and today there are no trades pre-market. Bluebird was up 4.08% yesterday, and it's up again 2.47% pre-market. DNA was up 3.11 yesterday, and it's up 2.01% pre-market. Invitae was up 1.36% yesterday, and it's up 2.69% pre-market. Allogene was up 0.12% yesterday, but no trades pre-market. Editas has got no trades pre-market. SRPT, I'm going to just jump over that. Beam Therapeutics was down minus 0.21% yesterday, no trades pre-market. Verve was down minus 2.5% yesterday and no trades pre-market. IDNA was down minus 0.42% yesterday, no trades pre-market. ArcG was down minus 0.53% yesterday, no trades pre-market. Teladoc was down 0.84% yesterday and today up 1.13% pre-market. Caribou Biosciences was down 1.06% yesterday, but no trades pre-market. PSCB was up. PSCB was down minus 1.22% yesterday, and it's down minus 1.59% pre-market. And we have IMTX, which was down minus 1.51% yesterday. Intelia was down minus 1.53% yesterday. Illumina was down minus 2.15% yesterday. CRISPR was down minus 3.80% yesterday. All of them do not have any trades pre-market today. And friends, let me go back to Bluebird. If you had bought Bluebird, started dollar cost averaging yesterday, you would have had a gain. And if you had bought DNA, dollar cost averaging yesterday, you would have made some amount of gains out here. And let me also look at SQZ Biotech. SQZ Biotech is giving a really strong upward movement, and I think that it's likely to turn around anytime now because we are approaching the 70% mark on the RSI, and MACD is extremely bullish. So once it goes there, it's going to either moderate or it will start coming down. On its downward cycle, I'll be watching it to pick up somewhere around 2.11 or 2.15. Somewhere around the $2 range, because that will again give a swing trade opportunity despite the VIX being so high, because these are all stocks which have been very, very badly beaten up. If you go and look back at where they were, SQZ Biotech at one time was at 36.44. So it has dropped almost 95% to be at 3.26 at this point of time. Same thing happens with Bluebird, and if you look at Bluebird, its peak was at one point of time at 153.77. So you can't go wrong with Bluebird, except for the fact that they have not yet disclosed how their marketing is proceeding. Let us look at the news and see what they have here. We have already covered this news about their agreement with Real Endpoints Marketplace, so nothing new has come out. So the suspense still remains. Is it going to be equity dilution, or is it going to be a takeover by some big pharma, or is it going to be a collaboration with sharing the profits? Don't know. We'll have to wait and see. That could determine the changes. So with that said, my friends, I would like to bring this video to an end. This is an extremely short video for a morning show, but I think that any amount of analysis that I do this morning is not going to be accurate, because everything will depend on the PPI and what the FOMC meeting information comes out. So I'm going to stop the video here. If you like this video, please do not hesitate to press the like out there. And if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe and help us grow this channel. Thanks and have a great day, friends. Bye for now. I'll be back to you with another video later today.